First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one in the NFC, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And what a great journey for this young man from USC to Ole Miss, which totally fit his game. Nice arm, excellent runner, and he got better each and every year for the Rebels. The Giants obviously believed in him. They traded back into the first round to pick him up. They know they have their quarterback for the future.
Right to the air goes Dart. That's complete to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
With a start here to the ball game, you get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just floated from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. To throw is Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
13 yards on the play. And the Giants first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Giants first down.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Alex Anzalone from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Dart. And he's going to go down again. That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown, Giants! A great play there. 60 yards. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, the underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7.
That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And it wasn't that long ago that there were a lot of conversations about whether Jared Goff was truly going to be a frontline starter in the NFL, and he has proven all of those critics wrong. He's taken his game up big notches in the last few years. Now what he needs to do, sustain that success in the regular season come playoff time.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now it's gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. This to Laporta, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 41 yards. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
At their own 24-yard line.
To throw now, Dart. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
They go play action with Dart. He's got this complete to Robinson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Throwing his Dart. He'll try and do this himself. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now Dart. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Third down, here's Tracy. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
They'll go again with Tracy. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10. Dart going to look to throw here. Catch made by Slayton. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
First down, New York.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And Robinson, the motion man right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That stop made by Jack Campbell.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And he's not able to get away. He's sacked back at the 22. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, this from 39. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 70 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting set to go once more. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Looking to throw, Dart. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Here's 3rd and 6. Dart. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And they'll to the 37. Gain of 9.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the
Gotta say, I was a little
39-yard
surprised
line.
to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
Yards on the pickup.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Back to throw, Goff. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Lions first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Goff. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs. Oh, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, dart. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Over the middle, he's got to Slow. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 11-yard line.
He's checking crack.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
Montgomery is in for a Lions touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was was just run there for a touchdown.
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing his dart. Going right side, he finds Slayton. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Left side, he's got Robinson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Goff now to throw. That's complete to the Porter. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 104 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, they can make someone miss in the open field.
Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Out of the gun, Goff. He'll try to pick it up himself. And Goff picks up the first down and then wisely slides to the ground to avoid the contact. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ah, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Bates' kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To the air, Dart. Caught out left side by Robinson. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
To throw, Dart. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake, and here's Dart. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Running left is Tracy. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Right back to Tracy. Trucks over him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll hand it to Tracy. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
A gain of 18 on the
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Here's Dart. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Aiden Hutchinson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now it's gone. That is caught by Laporta. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll send a receiver in motion left. The quick slant caught. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run forward Montgomery. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Gibbs. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Bates' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So no touchdown that time, but they do get 3 more, and now they have even more of a cushion.
It's been a terrific first half offensively, so it's hard to blame them for not getting into the end zone there. But the way they've been moving the ball in this one, I don't think these will be their final points of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escaping.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. Well, they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Goff. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And the pressure gets to him again. Abdul Carter. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here comes the Lions punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Olszewski now to return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. In motion, Slayton. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At the Lions' 23-yard line.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Play action now. Dart. Touchdown! Wandale Robinson. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Coup for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. Following a touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
Gone. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now gone. And he is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. In motion goes the tight end. Goff now looks to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. Now comes Rondale Robinson with this New York offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing from the gun here, Dart. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Dart. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Open man, that's too strong. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
To throw is Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 9. Again, Goff. Over the middle, he's got to throw. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
They'll try to run with Gibbs. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Gibbs again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Goff. And this time he is in. Jahmyr Gibbs from 3 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time, a 9-play drive. And Jahmyr Gibbs finished it all off with a touchdown grab. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Tracy trying the right side. Now the ball comes loose, and this is scooped up. Look at the big man rumble. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only a scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. To throw now, Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
First down.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Throwing, Dart, caught along the left side by Howard. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
8. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Here's Dart. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, 59 yards. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Lions 48.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Jalen Hyatt with a touchdown catch to end the drive. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying, but nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
128 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
For the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. They're moving the football with relative ease on this drive.
Well, let's go ahead and tick off the numbers. 3rd play of the drive, 3 first downs. Yeah, I would say that's relative ease. Keep feeding him the ball. He's hungry.
Goff now to throw. He's got right on the short throw. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
But they'll run it with Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Here's Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
A 2-yard gain.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
To throw is Dart. High up there to grab it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher. Guys trying to get to the football.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Dart going to look to throw here. And now another one thrown incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go on 4th down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's gone. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams hauling that one in for Jared Goff. And the Lions up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is a chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to throw, Dart.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. He's got this complete to Robinson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Dart.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Aiden Hutchinson
Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here's Dart. Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Williams being motion left.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Complete to Wright. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's good. For a Lions, 1st down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Lions, 1st first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
No. Kill.
Goff now looks to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal.
And this a 39-yard attempt.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And New York set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together.
On play action, here's Dart.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On to give, it's Tracy. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Throwing his dart. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Now a 3rd and 6. To the air, dart. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go. Here's Dart. He'll try to do it himself. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here's Tracy. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 3. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He'll try to pick it up himself, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll try to, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And Detroit getting set to go now. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at about the 32. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Williams, a man in motion right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Now 3rd down and 7. Back to throw. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
11 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Well, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
And now out come the Giants. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.